Hi, folks. I'm Richard Friedman, and welcome to the world premiere of my latest cartoon for September 18th, 2024. I want to introduce you to this here. You're all familiar with J.D. Vance and the controversy and what's going on there in Springfield, Ohio. And basically, what I've done here in this cartoon is try to express other ramifications for what these kind of remarks that are untrue and provoking, the impact of them, aside from all the school closings and everything else that's going on there with the with everything that's going on there and all the upheaval that these people are going through as a result of this horrible untruth that these Haitian migrants are eating dogs and cats. And it just turns out that J.D. Vance says that he got calls about people missing their cats or stuff like that. So there was a cat. I just heard tonight there was a cat called Miss Sassy. Her name was Miss Sassy, the cat, and the lady called up and she said, "I can't find Miss Sassy. Where's my cat, Miss Sassy?" She called up the police department. And then a few days, maybe a day or two later, Miss Sassy turned up, So that's the story. Cats are like that. They come and go. And so that was the big, out of that, they mushroomed it. That was the only ounce of veracity of this whole story. The cat turned up well and fine. Miss Sassy was well and fine, and nobody ate her or anything like that. No migrant Haitians ate her, and everything was fine. So that's the only concrete story that connects this ridiculous fabrication to. So what I've done is I've taken that and I applied it to international situation. What leaders in the world, like China, would be thinking about this incident, and Xi Jinping, President Xi Jinping of China, who's he has his eyes on Taiwan and the situation in the South China Sea, which is probably a manifestation of that. To take over the sea, you take over the sea, you go right in there. And so I wanted to create an idea that this goes beyond, because all the horrible upheaval with the closings of the universities and all the things that are happening there that are relative to this, these are all going to pass. These are going to pass in time. Everybody will go home. But what the impression that this is making on world leaders is going to stay. It's going to be there. And so I wanted to emphasize that, and that's why I did this cartoon. And here it goes. Here's basically the introduction to it. Here we have J.D. Vance here expounding his thoughts, his erroneous thoughts. And here we have the president of China President Xi Jinping. Okay, and I'm going to read this to you. China President Xi Jinping watching J.D. Vance, Republican Ohio, Senator and potential Vice President. You see, it's a potential Vice President saying this. So that's the point, Responding to questions from CNN anchor Dana Bash about his unfounded claim that Haitian immigrants are eating pets in Springfield, Ohio. Amid Vance saying the media ignored the border problem until Donald Trump and him started talking about cat memes. So this is the potential former president and potential future president and potential vice president discussing cat memes. With all the problems in the world going on, they're talking cat memes. We got so much things that are going on here now with what's going on in the Mideast and everything else. and they're talking and they're discussing cat memes, with China and everything. So this is just a sample of one leader, of what he might have been thinking in his mind when he heard this. Okay, they're discussing cat memes. Okay, until Donald Trump and him started talking about cat memes. Given Xi has talked about 2 rare cat species on the protection list with lawmakers from Tibet, the autonomous region of China. So Tibet is part of China, but they permit them to have autonomous to be autonomous in a sense that they have their own lawmakers and their own perhaps their own government. To what degree they are independent, I don't know, but they're a part of China for sure. And so Tibet is where these cats, these cats that are in jeopardy of becoming extinct, are. And so Xi was very concerned about the cats at this point, that they shouldn't become extinct. And he was discussing with these lawmakers in Tibet. So with that in mind, so what I did here is I underlined that, so you could just read that there, and you see how I underlined that, because that's an important part of the thrust of this cartoon. Okay, and given Xi has talked about 2 rare cat species on the protection list with lawmakers from the Tibet Autonomous Region of China. Okay, now here goes J.D. Vance in his interview, and Dana Bash from CNN is really giving him some good hard questions. And here is Vance responding to some of her inquiries. There he is. Okay. And he's responding. Dana, what we have said is that this town has suffered terribly under the policies of Kamala Harris. Well, the town is suffering, sure as hell, suffering now, and what they're suffering from is not from Kamala Harris, it's not from the Haitian migrants. It's suffering from the damage that these kind of erroneous rumors have spread around and ignited all these people who are there and making all these threatening calls and all that business. So this has nothing. This is. So they're talking about on the policies that suffered terribly now from this monumental creation of theirs. Okay. Now, you just accused me of inciting violence against the community when all that I've done is surface the complaints of my constituents. So he's saying basically that he's content to make up this stuff, as long as it is having a reaction and it's getting a reaction from people. What kind of people he gets the reaction from, it seems like he doesn't care. It seems that way because, it seems like he just wanted a reaction and wanted attention and to not to just be out there making these erroneous statements, igniting and being a part of this ignition in a way on Springfield. So if I have to create stories, there he goes, so the American people pays attention to the suffering of the American people, that's what I'm going to do. So he's continuing to do this, and unfortunately, so is former President Trump. We're going right along, and they're continuing to do this, and now they're talking about going over there, along with Vivek Ramaswamy. He's out. He's going to cash in on this too. He wants to make a stop there too. So this is becoming like a Woodstock for these people. Remember in 1968 where all the hippies and everybody went to Woodstock and all. This is becoming a Woodstock for these people who want to get political, it seems, get political leverage from showing that they are igniting concern about these cats and dogs that are being eaten by these migrants. Okay, the media ignored this until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. The story we created of here goes. the story we created is of American media finally focusing on this story. So he's saying that the story that I created, even if it's erroneous, it don't matter, because the real story is the real story is focusing on what Kamala Harris did to the border. And what Kamala Harris did is she went to other countries where these people were coming from, and she tried to mitigate that. They didn't do what they should have done. They did to mitigate this problem. I will say that I believe it could have been handled a whole lot better, and I believe that. But on the other hand, they had a bipartisan agreement with the strongest border law that was ever passed, and the Republicans under former President Trump said, no way, we're not going to do that. It's all or nothing at all. We can't accept this. This is just a tidbit. We want everything. They used that as sort of like a rationalization, and we had Republicans and Democrats supporting this in a bipartisan way, and it was ready to go, But they wouldn't. I think it was basically the House that blocked it. I'm pretty sure of that. So there you have it. So everybody, and I remember back when Kerry was running for president, I said, I had nothing to do with Republican, Democrat. I said to myself, I'm voting for Kerry because he said something, he's going to fix the borders. This is when he was running against he was running Jim Carrey, not Jim Carrey. I forget his first name. Kerry was running. He was running against Bush. You see, so that was no, was it Bush? Yeah, I think that was right. It was Bush in his second for his Bush. Bush was shooting for his second term in office, and Kerry won against, and Kerry was up against him as a Democrat nominee, and I voted for him because of the fact, again, I say, because he talked about the border, and Bush didn't at that time wasn't addressing the border really, but he lost. He got. So anyway, I'm just trying to make the point here that this has been a continuing problem that's been going on for a long time, but long before Biden and Kamala Harris, So it has to be looked at that way. And anyway, I'm trying to make the point again. And another point I'm trying to make is that this ridiculousness is spreading all around the world. Our adversaries are seeing all this nonsense going on here. And they're thinking, what's going on? Boy, we could do anything we want with these people, We could talk about AI intelligence now. They could do anything, and how receptive the American people are to this stuff. They could really have a ball with AI intelligence when this election starts getting going. To think what they could do and spark so much stuff because everybody's willing to just to reach out and grab it like it was just hotcakes going out, free hotcakes, like it was hotcakes being passed around. So anyway, the story we created, okay. So he's saying, I didn't create 20,000 migrants coming into Springfield. I condemn violence and threats of violence. Okay, so that's his bottom line. I condemn violence and threats of violence. And at the same time, his spreading these rumors are provoking that violence and instability. So it's just one of those things here that I don't know. I know all these. So here I have President of China watching this stuff. You see? Here's the President of China, and he's watching this stuff. And he's saying here, very soon after Trump win, he do Ukraine peace deal with Putin. Me like Trump do Taiwan deal with Xi. Me like Trump do Taiwan deal with Xi, me. Me know Trump like picture from all great and strong leader. Maybe send Trump Tibet snow leopard cat picture for him to protect. Now, this is an endangered species, so Trump is so concerned about cats that he's going to send him a picture of a snow leopard. So here's a picture of the snow leopard that he would send him. Here it is, right here. Here's the snow leopard. Here's a snow leopard. And there was a snow leopard that she would send Trump. Trump would send that she would send Trump, since Trump is so concerned about cats, and there it is, to protect the species. So I did that again. I did this cartoon to make the point that nobody's making, and that everything we do now, we're under, with all the world that's going on in the Mideast, what's going on with China and with Russia and Ukraine. These people are watching us like we're under a microscope. And to do this, to have this kind of spectacle in any of our cities, is just abominable. I can't understand that. And I'm just want to convey that idea to you. So, as always, I'm going to sign off. God bless you. God bless America. And I pray somehow that Israel is getting really desperate now with these things they're doing, and so they feel their whole existence is on the line, and it's I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But the innocent, again, it's innocent people that are getting killed, and nobody can really could justify killing innocent people, and it's a very, very sad thing, and I hope that rational minds prevail in the Mideast, and this ends this terrible conflict. That's all I have to say. The killing of innocent human beings on both sides is inhumane, and it has to stop. And that's about it. And that's all I have to say there on that. That's just very present in what's happening. We saw that again today. So I'll say to you again, God bless you. God bless America, folks. And I'll see you next time. Take care, folks. Bye.